is we have another Muslim hijacking my discussion.
Adnan challenged him.
We have another discussion going on here that I never even wanted to be a part of. Thank you. Truth will get you somewhere. No, I walked away from there because I'm not arguing hijackers.
Hijackers.
Now listen.
This is the Lions Den.
So what?
Over there.
So what?
Yeah.
You know what,
You're used
brother?
to
Are you another
preaching to
hijacker?
people.
Every day I'm Muslim.
Yap. And you're used to not having any response.
I'm
That's
not
your
every day I'm a
problem.
Muslim. Come on, get it better.
So you have to come over here. Why don't you go over there? Come.
You know why?
Bring
Because
your mic.
this is where
Let's
people,
talk about it.
these are where innocent people actually want to learn. Those are where people that are going to hell want to stay. If you want to stay in hell, stay in hell. Come, brother. No, I'm not scared, actually. Not scared.
Why are you scared?
Anyway,
if you have
come.
the truth,
Yeah.
you should be mad.
Why are you scared about me talking? Why do you have to hijack me?
I'm not
Why are you
hijacking
scared?
you.
Let me speak.
I'm just saying to you.
Why are you saying? I didn't ask you the question.
I've watched your videos,
Sure.
and you like to talk a lot.
And I'm still talking, and you're interrupting.
And you yap. All I'm saying is that if you come to Speaker's Corner,
Sure.
yeah,
Sure.
you should be at least prepared
Sure.
to have people confronting you.
And I have.
You
I have had
understand?
hijackers
I don't
and
see
rude
you
people
have.
coming up to
My
me.
friend, there's no hijacking. This 150 years, there's
Sure.
a culture here, you understand?
What's your question?
You have speakers
What's your
and you
question?
have hecklers.
What's your question?
My question is, can I take it, bro? No, I'll hold it. Right. My question is this. I watched a few of your videos.
Right there, but Speaker's Corner, people can go there to learn their religion too. You don't have to go there and debate. So Speaker's Corner isn't just strictly about debating. It's about preaching your religion to your people. So I disagree with what he just said. Anyway, there's a point that I want to show you, so I'm going to keep playing.
Where you speak to Muslims and you ask questions to them.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you is this.
Yeah.
You believe you're the truth, isn't it?
Sure,
You
sure.
believe Christianity is the truth, yeah?
Yeah, just explain why.
So I want you to tell me, yeah, give me your best evidence, your number one evidence why Christianity is the truth.
You're correct.
Am I correct?
Okay, so let me get to the question right now. Or should I wait until he drops it first? I'll wait until he says it first.
He destroyed me! Oh my God, he destroyed me! Right?
I answered your question. Are you going to listen to me now?
I'm finished!
Okay. Listen. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to preach the gospel.
No, I think I should say it now. Right, so he just said, give me one answer or question or whatever he said to why Christianity is better, right? He answered the question. Now, this is my question. Muslims and Christianity, like, and all religions, they go back and forth, right, to try and prove who's the better. But what I don't get is this. Doesn't the Quran say that you gotta read the Bible to validate the Quran, kind of thing? Like, because I'm sure this is right. The Quran tells you to read the Bible, you know. So you need the Bible to justify the Quran in a way, innit? Even though the Quran's the last book, but the Quran tells you to go and read the Bible. So my point is this, right? Why are these two religions warring when they need each other? Well, no. Why the Christians don't need the Quran, right? But the Quran needs the Bible, because the Quran says read the Bible. So I don't understand why these two religions are warring if the Quran needs the Bible. If the Quran says go and read the Bible to find out this, that, and the other, or to catch up on whatever, or to understand the rest of the story, or to whatever, then why is the Quran at war? You know what I'm saying, with the Bible, or with the Christians, or, you know? Serious question. It makes no sense. Let's keep listening.
No, I answered your question. No. You want to fight. I want to preach. No, but I gave you the respect. You didn't give me the respect. You came in and intruded and hijacked. I entertained you. I said, give me your whatever question. I answered your question. Did I not?
Well, let me respond.
Did I not?
Well, let me respond.
No. Listen, you asked me a question, and I give you the response. You want to know what my best proof is? I gave you that. There's no response to that. Look, the Quran is the best evidence that Christianity is true.
The Quran is not for you, it's against you.
Okay, well then at least you got that on tape.
Right, so the Quran is not for you, it's against you, but the Quran tells you to go and read the Bible to know what's what, right? It tells you that, innit? So how can, you know what I don't get, because I've heard Muslims say before, like the Quran is the final book, it has all the answers, but when I watch things like Speaker's Corner and stuff like that, it tells you to read the Bible. I've also heard people say that it don't give you the answers. So I don't get this, man. So what are y'all warring for if you need each other? If you need each other, why are you warring? And the Quran, you know that you need the Bible because it tells you to read the Bible. But you say you're against those that are Christians. The Quran don't like Christians, but the Quran tells you to read the Bible. This does not make no sense. None. None.
No. This is good. Thank you. Hear that? Hear that from a Muslim's mouth? The Quran is not for you, it's against you. You have to do a better camera job, brother. You gotta get the crowd. Listen, give him the camera.
The Quran is against the Christians. Let
It's
me make it
against?
very clear. Say it again. The Quran is against idolatry, polytheism.
No, say what you said, but it's against Christians.
Is against Christian theology, yes. Absolutely.
See how he's switching his words because he's on camera. First, you know.
Christian theology. What's that? What's theology mean? What, the idea of Christians or something like I'll have to look up that word and see what it means. But this is why I just don't rock with religion. It's confusing as hell. Do you understand? You understand? But I've got a question, right? Like, I've got a question. Well, I'll just throw it out there anyway. You don't have to tell me the answer, you know? But, I mean, oh God. I mean, should I even ask the question? Is it even worth it? It's not even worth it, really. Listen, this is why I just don't mess with religion. None of it makes sense. None of it.
You notice how he switches words? I don't even need to preach. I don't even need to fight. I don't even need to fight Muslims. They're fighting themselves. You see, there's going to be actually 73 sects of Islam. You know what one of the hadith said, and you might know this one, that in the last days there's going to be either 73 or 93 sects of Islam. There's going to be 72 of Christianity and 71 of Christianity, 73 of Islam. So that means the most divided and the most divided and confused religion in the world is going to be Islam.
Yes.
According to your own hadith.
Yes. According to our hadith, Jesus, peace be upon him, will come back. According to our hadith.
Oh, wow. Well, that's true, isn't it? Because I've heard the American Muslims talk shit about the UK Muslims. Not talk shit, but like, well, actually, yes, talk shit about the UK Muslims. Like, I've over my years, I've heard some shit and I've seen it myself, like that kind of confusion, the differences. Like he just said, different sets of Muslims. So it's like you got Muslims warring against each other in certain countries, even though the Muslims, but they're killing each other. You can say the same with Christians too, I guess, right? But I'm just saying, I've noticed with Muslims around the world, it's kind of different. And some Muslims war at each other. So yeah, I understand what he's saying right there. But yeah, you can say the same with Christians, right? Christians kill Christians, right?
Jesus, peace be upon him, will come back one day, yeah? And he will do a couple of things. Number one, he will break the cross. He will destroy it. Number two, he will abolish the jizya. Yeah? He will abolish the...
Which is...
Why is he coming back to break the cross if the cross... What cross? There's no symbol of a cross kind of thing. Yeah, it's not like there's a big symbol of a cross in the town center. Like, why is he destroying a cross? It's not like we live today with a cross of a symbol. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's not like there's a big symbol of a cross somewhere that is coming back to this. Yeah, all right then. The whole myth of the story, but there's no cross that we can all see that devours us each day. So why is he coming back to destroy a cross? Well, whatever. I might be talking crap.
The tax that you forced on Christians and Jews if they didn't submit to Islam.
Well, it's a tax like any other.
So if Muslim, according to Surah chapter 9,
Sir.
you were forced, if they didn't accept Islam, they were forced into subjugation, and they had to pay the jizya. Do you want me to read it for you?
Can I please answer that? Sure. The jizya is simply a tax.
Let me say this, back in the day, even Christians went around murdering people and stuff like that, telling them to join Christianity or join Muslims. They went around doing the same thing, bullying tactics and murdering. All these religions done it. So these points don't make any sense when you're arguing against each other, because when you go deep back into history, you will learn that Muslims, Christians, others, right? Well, no, I won't say others. I know these two for a fact. They were going around doing some nastiness to make sure people join the clan. Right, but then again, different time eras is different, right? It's like also we can hear about these books, these religions that be doing some nasty shit with kids. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, religion's not for me. And it's crazy when you learn that there's some underage kids action going in these books or whatever, right? And it dated back from way back then. So they were doing it back then, and now certain people in the group are still doing that action today. Why would you join these kind of religions? God don't want you in a religion. God just wants you to believe in him. You understand? Because the more you're around people, some people are crazy and tainted. They will mess you up. Some people can just sneak into the doors of religion without being certified. Do you understand? You get me? So best you find God on your own terms and you rock with him like that. You understand? Because the message that God gives you ain't going to be the same message for others.
Yeah, the Christians and Jews or non-Muslims have to pay living under Islamic rule.
Right, but they were forced to be under Islamic rule.
If you don't want to be under Islamic rule, you can leave. That's fine.
Okay, so basically take over my country and force me into Islamic rule. If I don't accept it, then I have to pay tax.
Spanish
Okay.
Inquisition.
Okay, listen.
Who has heard of the Spanish Inquisition?
Well, thank God that Jesus wasn't Catholic and he never endorsed the Spanish Inquisition. So listen. So at the end of the day, we got another hijacker. I've entertained his questions. You know what?
Truth of the matter is, Jesus was no Catholic. Jesus was no Muslim. Jesus was no. Well, then again, I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'll pause. Buy your books and stuff, yeah, that's your stories. But if you actually really think about it, way back then, do you really think he was a Catholic? Huh? Do you think the stories, did you think there's a chance that he wasn't even nothing like that, and stories over time have just made him a Catholic? Do you think that's possible? Huh? Do you think that's possible? I heard that the Quran and the Bible have a birth date. Do you understand? Or is it just the Quran's got a birth date or some shit like that? Or author or whatever the word is. A date was created or some stuff like that. I've been hearing some madness. You understand? So people, you need to start waking up a little bit. You really do. You understand? What's that thing called? When you say something and you got 100 people in a line, and you say it to one person and the next person says it to the next and the next and the next and the next, all the way down the line, and then you go to the bottom of the line, you ask what was the message, and the message completely changed. But it's okay though. Whatever helps you get a better life, do a better life, live a better life, then so be it. But the whole point in joining these religions and stuff is to do better. If you're promoting anger and violence and stuff, then you're obviously not doing better. Anyway, I'm gonna stop that there. You know what I'm saying? I just woke up watching a bit of this, made me wanna pop the big question. Do you understand? But for real though, I don't understand really Christianity and Muslims when they have to share each other's books, or well, not so much the Christianity has to share the Muslim book, but the Muslim book, the Quran tells you to read upon the Bible, right? But yet it's an enemy, and it's supposed to be the final chapter, but it tells you to go back to the Bible. So really, basically that question was, the Quran can't be the final chapter. It can't be, because if it tells you to refer back to the Bible, then it's saying that the Bible, in fact, is the final chapter. The Quran must be a message telling y'all to go back and read the Bible. You understand? Because that's what it's saying to do in the Quran. Listen, I could be... No, I'm not wrong, because I know that for a fact. It's telling you to go and refer to the Bible. But think about it. A final chapter, a final thing would just be gold on its own, no need of nothing else. It should be everything in that book, in the final chapter, and extra. But if there's no answers in that book, then it's like a reminder. Y'all ain't fucking with God. Make sure you go and read the Bible more. Y'all might not see what I just said there or understand how I mean it, but that's how it comes across to me. And many others, if I'm seeing it like that. Hence why people are confused about religion. You understand? But anyway, peace.